This is the Fisker Ocean and I'm at the European launch in Barcelona for a sneak preview. Here are 10 things that make us pretty excited about the car that is sure to make waves when it hits the UK later this year. Fisker has plans to make the Ocean the world's most sustainable car. The jury is still out on that one, but the early signs are pretty good. So for a start, it lives up to its name. It is quite literally being made from the ocean. Well, technically from rubbish taken out of the ocean. So this interior is not only vegan, but it's also made from materials that have been recycled from things like old fishing nets and plastic bottles. Not only that, but the European cars are being produced in a carbon neutral factory in Austria. And if you opt for the top tier trim levels, either the Extreme or the One, you can also have your very own solar panels on the roof. So Fisker says this solar sky, as they're calling it, could supply an additional 2,000 miles of range per year in ideal conditions. Ideal conditions being the key to that, which means it doesn't bode well for us in the UK. Yeah, another reason to move to California. Now, if the Fisker name sounds familiar, that's because Henrik Fisker, who's the boss, has designed some of the world's most beautiful cars. I'm talking about James Bond's BMW Z8, along with the Aston Martin DB9 and the V8 Vantage. So while it might be a bit of a surprise to see this name on a relatively affordable electric car, it does mean that the Ocean looks absolutely beautiful. Well, I think it does. I guess it's over to you to decide for yourself. Do let us know in the comments below. Would you like your SUV to have the look and practicalities of a hardtop, but you still love to feel the wind in your hair on a sunny day? Well, the Fisker Ocean is actually a convertible in disguise. Kind of. In the premium trim levels, you can opt for California mode, which when you press a button, opens 8 glass panels simultaneously, including the roof. Of course, after experiencing California mode, you might need to restyle your hair. Luckily, the Ocean is bi-directional. It basically means that you can plug your hairdryer into it, use the energy from the battery to redo my hair. Slightly less frivolous is that it can also be used as an emergency power source to run your home. Or you can connect the Ocean's charge point to another EV to give a fellow owner a boost if they need it. At the moment, you can see there's just 2 rows of seats, but don't panic if you're planning a rather large family, because with all this space in the back, there is room for more. And there is, in fact, I've had it confirmed, a 7-seat version in the pipeline. Just not yet. You're going to have to wait until at least 2024 for that. Plenty of time for some family planning. You know that feeling when you find something from a luxury brand on sale at a price you can afford? It's great, isn't it? Well, as I said, Fisker has a background in designing luxury cars. And you know, the Ocean does have a real luxury feel about it, yet it is affordable. In the UK, the entry-level Fisker Ocean Sport will come with a £34,990 price tag and a target range of around 275 miles, which we think is pretty good value for money. And they can do that because the company is streamlined. They've done a deal on less expensive batteries, they don't have to worry about dealer margins, and they've also removed a few things. Like the frunk, because there's no frunk. Now, this is one of the ways that Fisker has been able to keep the Ocean affordable. So when the car was in the planning stages, they carried out a survey and figured out that loads of us never use our frunks. Guilty, I never use mine. So they didn't put one in. And that meant that they could get rid of the hinges and the seals, which in turn helped them keep costs down. But that lack of a frunk does not mean that you are short for space, because here in the back, your passengers are going to be really happy. There's loads of room across here, and they'll also have their own touchscreen to control the climate and the infotainment system. And as for the boot, well, let's just say it's big. Even larger, in fact, than our benchmark big boot, that of the Volvo V90. And talking of passengers, your 4-legged friends will be very happy as well, because there are actually windows designed especially for dogs. This is the said dog window, and you can control it from the front, giving your furry friends a blast of fresh air whilst they're safely here in the back. And the Fisker team hasn't forgotten about the place where you spend all your time, the inside. Not only are there some beautifully tactile materials in here, there are also some great touches like this central screen, which is in this position whilst you're driving. But if you go for the extreme trim level, you can opt for a rather special feature. Just look at this. Ta-da! This 17.1-inch Revolve screen turns your parked car into a home cinema system, and it's complete with surround sound. Perfect for Netflix binging whilst you're waiting to charge. There's the solar roof. We really can't wait to drive it, and when we do, there will be 2 battery options, with the larger one giving a pretty incredible estimated 390 miles of range and up to 250 kilowatt DC super fast charging. And the smaller one, well, that's good for an estimated 275 miles. That top of the range model will have 2 motors giving up 550 horsepower and 0 to 62 in 3.8 seconds, which is Porsche Cayenne territory. Not only that, but Fisker say it will have something called smart traction technology, which automatically distributes the right amount of torque to help you retain grip on sharp turns and icy roads. It also minimises energy loss, making it more efficient. Well, as efficient as you can be with 550 horsepower. You can probably see why we're really looking forward to getting behind the wheel. So there you have it, 10 things that make us excited about the new Fisker Ocean. What are you most looking forward to? Do let us know in the comments below. And whilst you're there, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you know when all our videos have landed, including a first drive of this, which is coming later this year.